So happy together.
Yep.
Here we are, Paul. Big week this week. Big week.
Is it? Oh, white balance is automatic. Oh, no. Why did I do this now? Okay. I'm sorry. What's happening?
There's a Surface event on, is that Wednesday?
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday, yeah.
Yep.
We've got that. We've got Apple hardware will arrive in my domicile on
When?
Friday, unless.
Friday. Is that the first possible day or whatever? Because that's pretty early.
Yeah. I mean, it's a week from when we ordered.
No, I know. But I mean, I think orders have already stretched out into October by now. So,
Oh, have they?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, there you go. So it'll arrive either Thursday if UPS is great and they accidentally screw up, Friday if they do their normal thing, or Saturday if they want to send me into a rage.
Yeah. Well, at least you're going to get it this week. It's good.
That's cross fingers, get out the candles, the seances.
Have you just been leaving like the case out so you can kind of mentally adjust to
Dude,
the color?
I don't, there's really, the cameras will be great, and the only thing I care about is the battery at this point, because my phone.
The battery's going to be great.
Well, I mean, I know I've showed this thing like 17 times, but it's gotten to this battery is probably going to explode when I send this thing back. I don't know if they do it by airplane or what. They probably shouldn't, because it's just, it's, with the extended battery now, I'm barely getting a day out of it. Barely.
Wow.
Like, when I went to bed last night, I'm not using it a ton on the weekends, but it was like 2%. I was like, well.
Yeah, but that's for Apple, like I said the other day. I mean, that's an easy fix. So if they want to refurbish it or whatever, I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Yep, and I could do that too, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you could, but why bother?
Why bother? And the 10S is notorious for having potentially the worst camera of a modern iPhone ever, because it's crap. Anyway, so we got Surface stuff Wednesday. It looks like the Surface Pro 8. I don't believe the image that they used is accurate, but I believe the specs are pretty close.
I question that immediately, because that's clearly a photo of a Pro X, and my understanding of the Pro 8 or whatever is that it's the same form factor, but with different ports and bigger screen, that kind of thing. But the other thing is, like, what is the Surface Pro today? Must be what, 12.4, 12.5 inches, something like that. So fitting a 13-inch display into that form factor is obvious. It's easy. But isn't the Pro X a 13-inch display? And it's like,
yeah,
it's a little weird how exact that is. But anyway, yeah, we'll see. It seems fine. Two Thunderbolt ports is a lot more than zero. Just point that out. I don't know from a percentage basis how you do that math exactly, but it's
dividing by zero,
200% more.
Yeah, somewhere between yes and 2 trillion%, somewhere like that.
Yeah, I guess their business customers finally woke up to modernity or whatever, and have asked them to upgrade. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. How do you feel about the name Laptop Studio?
Not great.
You should probably.
What does that mean?
I think you should just maybe warm up to the idea.
Okay. What is it?
It's I think the name for the Surface Book 4. It's not going to be called Surface Book 4, but remember, because those renderings, or not even renderings, so there are renderings out there, but from the patent where it's, honestly, and people are going to trash me for this, it looks like the iPad Pro when you attach that magic keyboard to it, how it kind of kicks out like that. It's not exactly the same, but it looks that style. And
does it literally float above the keyboard, or does it come down and rest on the base somewhere?
That I don't know yet.
Yeah, so if it literally rests on the keyboard base somewhere, it's actually a lot like the HP.
Oh, right.
Geez, I'm losing it.
The leather one?
Elite Folio, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the latest one is faux leather. The original was like a Y series, blah blah blah. It was, I think it might have been called a Spectre Folio, and that one had a real looked like a basketball, kind of leather cover. But anyway, the point of that was you could kind of bring the screen forward and then bring it down, and if you brought it down in front of the keyboard, it created kind of like a tent shape, and it was for consuming media or whatever. And of course, you could do the tablet thing with it, but the screen doesn't detach, right? And for like a 2-in-1 convertible form factor, whatever you want to call that, I actually think that's the ideal design and is better than those twisty screen things that, and then you have this really thick laptop thing. You still have a thick laptop thing, but it just seems more reliable. And I think we can all agree if Surface Book has one problem, it probably is reliability.
And it also solves the other problem, assuming Microsoft does it right, which I would imagine they would, is that they don't have to put the processing up in the display anymore. So they should be able to go with a more performant chip. But the big question is going to be, are they going to stick with their tried and true tradition of launching new hardware with last generation GPUs, or are they going to,
Well, I mean, you can take the Surface out of the whatever. Surface is going to be Surface, Brad. I think is what I'm trying to say. Look, I just getting Thunderbolt ports on Surface, I think, is job one. There's some obvious things they can do, like slimming bezels and whatnot, and that needs to happen. If you look at Surface Book 1 through 3 today, from a design perspective, that hinge is weird looking. It's weird that the thing doesn't close flat. The detachable screen, I think, is pointless to most people and creates a reliability issue. And the bezels are pretty big, So when you kind of look at that device, it's like, well, how where can we get the most bang for buck? I've just listed everything. I mean, that's, it's easy. Honestly, the typing experience on Surface has been great. The trackpad and all that stuff is great. Surface Book at least has some ports today compared to like a Surface laptop. Surface, what do you call it? Surface Studio laptop or laptop studio?
I think it's Laptop Studio, I think.
Okay. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think I still like the kind of name Laptop Pro maybe, but
yeah, but I mean, I think when Microsoft announced things like Duo and Neo, a lot of us said it's too bad they already used the term book, because that would have been a nice name for those devices,
Yeah, that won't create any confusion. And if they launch the Neo and be like, call it here's the Windows Book.
Right. And actually, there is a company that makes something called WinBook, but let's not worry about that.
I'm sure they could litigate that to their
yes, right. Reach some agreement
to their own benefit. So that's the big thing, sort of on the horizon for this week. Is we've got that. Not much else, and it is a Monday after all, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Boston Thursday and Friday, but that won't impact us. So
yeah, I might be traveling next week. I'm not sure yet, so that definitely probably will impact us, but we'll figure that out when we get those details a little more concrete. Anyways, so there you go, folks. Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Wednesday.
Which is confusing me because typically Microsoft does stuff on a Tuesday, but here we are.
Yeah, so Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern, I think, right?
Yeah. 11 or whatever. They were 11 a.m. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Anyways, happy Monday.
Yeah, you too.